Please video like and subscribe this channel. I had always considered myself careful. As a human engineer traveling across interstellar research stations, my life revolved around observation, precision, and rules. Every system had a protocol, every corridor a function, and every task a procedure. I believed that diligence was my greatest asset. But one small mistake, one glance in the wrong place, would unravel that belief, introducing me to someone who would redefine my understanding of curiosity, caution, and power, Lyria, an alien woman whose presence could command the attention of an entire station. Beginning, the mistake. The station was called Zyphera, a sprawling structure orbiting the gas giant Virella 6. Its corridors glowed with faint bioluminescent panels, and the hum of energy from the central cores gave it a constant undercurrent of life. I was assigned to inspect life support systems in a newly built diplomatic wing, a routine task for someone with my experience. After completing my checks in the main hub, I wandered down a corridor I hadn't explored before. The door at the end was slightly ajar, and my curiosity got the better of me. I'll just take a quick look, I told myself. What I saw made me freeze. Standing there, bathed in the soft glow of the corridor, was Lyria. She was breathtaking, not in a human sense, but in a way that conveyed power, authority, and a kind of alien elegance that was almost hypnotic. Her skin shimmered with a faint, luminescent glow, and her eyes were multifaceted, reflecting light like colored gems. Every movement she made was precise, fluid, and commanding, as if gravity itself bent around her. "You, human," she said suddenly, her voice calm but unyielding, "why are you staring at me?" I stumbled backward. "I am sorry. I wasn't staring. I was just." She raised one elegant eyebrow. "Human, stop staring." My heart pounded. I realized immediately that I had made a grave error. This wasn't just any alien, she was someone powerful, influential, and undoubtedly capable of consequences beyond my comprehension. My foolish curiosity had placed me directly in her sights. Middle, the unexpected invitation. Instead of anger, Lyria walked past me and gestured for me to follow. My instincts screamed caution, but something compelled me to obey. We entered a private observation chamber overlooking Virella 6 massive storms. The room seemed alive in her presence, the lights dimmed and brightened in subtle rhythms, and the hum of energy pulsed in harmony with her movements. "You humans look, but you do not see," she said. Her voice had a musical quality, but each word carried weight. Observation without understanding is meaningless. Tonight, I will show you what perception truly is. With a graceful sweep of her hands, she manipulated the environment. Lights shifted, gravity subtly altered, and streams of energy arced across panels, responding instantly to her gestures. My eyes widened as I attempted to replicate her actions at her prompting, fumbling at first, then slowly gaining control over minor adjustments. "Good," she said finally, a faint smile appearing. "Most humans would fail at such a task. You adapt quickly. Perhaps there is hope for your species." Her words filled me with both pride and fear. She wasn't just powerful, she was patient, exacting, and demanding. I realized I wasn't merely being watched, I was being tested. Middle, lessons in observation. Hours passed. Lyria guided me through exercises in perception and control, teaching me to anticipate reactions, feel energy flows, and manipulate small elements of the station's systems with precision. Each lesson built upon the previous one, and each success, however minor, drew a faint acknowledgement from her. "You humans rely too much on tools," she said at one point, pacing gracefully. "Power is not in what you hold, but in what you perceive and how you act. Observation alone accomplishes nothing. Comprehension transforms observation into influence." I nodded, exhausted but fascinated. Every moment demanded focus. I was learning not just about her abilities or the station, but about myself, my instincts, my limitations, and my potential. "You are curious," she said softly after a while. "But curiosity without comprehension is weakness. You are learning to see beyond the obvious. That is rare." Her words resonated with me. I realized this night was no longer about punishment for a small mistake. It was about growth, adaptation, and understanding a power far beyond my experience. Middle, the test. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the station. Sensors detected unauthorized vessels entering the orbit of Zyphera, likely scavenger drones, opportunistic and dangerous. "You will act," Lyria commanded, her voice sharp now. "Failure is not an option. The station's survival depends on your actions." My pulse raced. Panic wanted to take hold, but I forced myself to recall her teachings: perceive, anticipate, act. I moved to the nearest control panel and began stabilizing shields, rerouting energy, and activating defensive protocols. Streams of energy flared, lights shifted, and control panels blinked in rapid succession. Lyria moved beside me, her hands guiding the flows subtly, adjusting the balance of energy in ways I couldn't have predicted. Together, we coordinated a defense that pushed the intruders back without them even breaching the station. "You humans are not as fragile as I expected," she said once the alarms ceased. "You can adapt. You can learn. That is impressive." I felt a surge of relief, but also a sense of pride. I had acted decisively, not just survived. I had applied her lessons under pressure and come through stronger. Middle, reflection and connection. After the danger passed, we returned to the observation lounge. Virella 6 storms painted the room with shifting, colorful light. For the first time, Lyria seemed less commanding and more contemplative. "You observed," she said, "but now you understand. Observation paired with comprehension creates influence. You acted well tonight." I didn't think I could, I admitted. I almost panicked. "Most humans would have," she said calmly. "But you adapted. That is rare." I realized then that the night had become more than a lesson in power. It had become a glimpse into a world I could never have imagined, a world of subtle control, elegance, and understanding. A bond had formed between us, one built on respect, challenge, and shared effort. Her gaze softened slightly. "Remember this," she said. "Curiosity is strength only when paired with understanding. Observation without comprehension is wasted. Influence must be earned." Ending, a night to remember. The night drew to a close. Lyria unlocked the chamber door, signaling that I could leave. "I will remember," I said. "And thank you for showing me. Perhaps humans are not as small as I thought," she replied. "You may even become useful someday." I stepped into the corridor, the stormy planet below reflecting my thoughts and emotions as vividly as the light on the walls. My small mistake entering a room I shouldn't have, staring when I should have observed, had become a night of profound lessons, about curiosity, about action, about restraint, and about the consequences of attention. I had begun the night nervous, embarrassed, and unsure. I ended it stronger, wiser, and aware that mistakes could sometimes open doors to knowledge and opportunity. Lyria had turned a moment of human folly into a lesson that would shape me for the rest of my travels. Sometimes, mistakes are not failures, they are gateways. That night, I had walked through one, and on the other side, I had discovered something I could never have imagined, a glimpse of the extraordinary, a test of adaptability, and a connection that transcended species, language, and the known limits of human perception. And though I would continue to make mistakes, I now understood that curiosity, tempered by understanding, could be a force more powerful than fear, more enlightening than caution, and more transformative than any protocol I had ever known.